Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing so well. It has been a long time since I made one of these videos and I'm so excited to continue this journey with you guys. It has been an experience so far for sure. We're now on week 6. I only know this because I had my discharge appointment this week. Other than that, I don't really know what day or time. What's a weekend? Every day is just, yeah, I'm not really sure what the days are. So this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about things to kind of expect, or I think if I was to look back, these are things I kind of would tell myself, this is what you should expect when you're going into labor and birth and all that fun stuff. Um, Obviously, it's been a while, so I've had a little bit of time to reflect, but I made sure to make this list right after when I got home, just so everything was fresh in my mind so I can give it to you guys straight. So if you're interested in listening to more, keep watching. So this is something I already knew. Labor takes a long time. You know, this whole process isn't like, oh, my water broke. Oh my goodness, baby's here. No, it does. Sorry. It may for some people, it did not for me. From the time my water broke to the time baby was born was 30 something hours. It was not a short period of time. Mind you, I was not in active labor for a long time. You watched my birth video, which I appreciate all the love that I received on that. You guys, thank you so much. It meant the world to me. You know that my water broke and it was like a whole 24 hours, 28 hours so into the hospital. And even at that, it was a whole day actually until baby was born. So it was a long process. So be ready. Pushing is tiring. I didn't really realize it would be. I know it's work. I knew it was work, but it is actually very tiring. I think it's because your body has already gone through so much, and then it's like, okay, let's cook it into high gear again. So it's a long process, so just be patient. Contractions are no joke. Y'all, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know. I do not know how to describe it, but it's no joke. Like, I ended up getting an epidural because I was like, hey, listen, I have done my dues. I'm done. It is what it is. For those mamas who just push through all the way to the end, wow, I commend you. It's no joke. There's no words I would use to describe it. People usually equate it to like a crazy, crazy, crazy period pain, but they are no joke. I, yeah. No joke. Sorry, I went back to that. I went back. I went back. Oh. No. So during labor, when your body's going through all this, it's working so hard, you get shakes. And I ended up puking as well because I think of all the pain that your body's going through. Everything, there's a lot going on in your body, and I think it's just like on overdrive. Not I think, I know it's on overdrive. So the shakes, like, it's uncontrollable. For me, it wasn't really anything other than my mouth. I was like, like my teeth were the whole, like, I couldn't help it, couldn't stop it. It came and went, but it was intense. Be ready for that. Puking, shaking, and all that other stuff that can happen during labor. Like, it's just like you just expect everything. So if it doesn't happen to you, you're like, ah, that didn't happen. So epidurals are, it was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I was terrified. I remember wanting to do the laughing gas, but due to everything going on, they don't provide that anymore. So the epidural was the only other thing that was available. So I was really, really scared, but honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. All I had to do was sit, arch my back a little bit, and I think the most painful part was actually when he was rubbing it to sterilize the area. That was, I think, the worst part. Like, because first they numb you, so after the numbing kind of like when you go to the dentist and they numb your mouth. Like, it wasn't the worst. I expected a lot worse, so maybe that was my saving grace. Side effect of epidurals is itchiness. I was so itchy. I was like itching my tummy, my hands. Like, I was just like, what is happening? And they're like, oh, we can take the itchiness away, but if we do, then that means epidural will stop working. I'm like, it's okay. I will keep the itch. I will keep the itch, even though it was a very, like, you know, when you start at one spot and it just spreads everywhere. It was one of those situations, and though that was very uncomfortable, I was not about to start having the feelings of contractions all over again. I was like, it's fine. I'll keep my hands here. Y'all can tape me. It's fine, but I'm not getting rid of the good stuff. And also with epidurals, they also put a catheter in you because, you know, you can't really feel it when you have to go pee. So they put one in your bladder so everything goes smoothly. So when you are at the hospital and your water is breaking and it's just flowing and everything is happening, they give you a pad. And even after the fact, when you have a baby, you have a pad. Would you like to see how big this pad is? This isn't like your maxi pad or anything like that. This is something entirely different that I have never seen in my life. Let me show you. Would you like to? Let me show you. This is the size of the pad. Like, it's not even. Okay, there we go. This is the size of the pad that they gave you. I took this from the hospital because I was like, I have to carry this home. Like, I don't understand. I've never seen this before. This thing is huge. It's huge. It's very, very, very big, but it does its job. It does not. You do not leak with this thing. You can't even stick it on your underwear. It's just kind of just stays there. Like it just. Anyways, so that's how big the pads are. So that's what to expect. Remember when I was packing my diaper bag and the midwife was like, "Don't worry about pads. They got you at the hospital." She wasn't lying. They got you. So with the epidural, and then when I ended up having a C-section, all the other fluids that were put into my body, you swell. Like if you weren't swollen before, you will definitely swell then. My feet were the size I was so uncomfortable. I had shoes I had like kicks going into the hospital, and Dan had to help me like undo the laces because my feet were not fitting in the shoes. So heads up, if you're going to the hospital, please bring like shoes that are open or something loose that you can slide your foot into. It just feels weird. They kept swelling and they hit its peak, I think, around week 2. It was intense. I was like, what is happening? So yes, feet swelling is something I did not know was gonna happen to me. So when you have your baby, something that they do is they check your uterus. So what they do is they press on your stomach and feel that your uterus is getting smaller and smaller. I can only speak to my experience. When you have a C-section and someone is pressing down on your stomach close to the incision line, is not a great feeling. Thankfully, one of my girls told me that there's something to expect. I had forgotten, but then when it happened, I was like, oh yeah, right. Like push on your uterus. It's not like a gentle tap. It was like they just like try and feel it to see whether it's really going down appropriately, because I think it's just like a healing thing. Yeah, that was very uncomfortable. So you lose a sensation of your bladder. My baby was 10 pounds and 9 ounces. How they explained it to me is that weight was sitting on my bladder. That was what was triggering me to go to the bathroom all the time. Now that weight is gone, so the bladder is like, oh, I have room to grow. I did not feel the sensation of having to go pee at all. I'm on week 6 and I still don't. So I have to remind myself that I have to go to the bathroom. Whenever baby feeds, I go to the bathroom. That's kind of the what the nurses had told me to do, just to make sure that everything was flowing well. Because if I didn't go, my bladder would get full, and then if it gets full, it pushes up on where the surgery happened, and it just is not a comfortable feeling, and I can attest to that. It is painful. I remember not being able to stand straight when I had to go pee. It was like I was literally like walking with like my head down, like my torso down, because I couldn't handle the pain of actually fully standing up. But when I went to the bathroom, I was fine. It just, and I don't know. It's strange. Something I didn't know. It was just strange. Last but not least, something to expect after baby comes is that your hormones are gonna be whack. And by whack, I just mean that they're just gonna be everywhere. You're gonna be feeling all the feelings. There's a lot going on in your body. It's transitioning. It's just a lot going on. So hormones are on high. This is why I was constantly being asked whether I'm okay. Where's my mental health at? Just being able to talk to people, my husband, my sister, my mom, my friends, anyone who was there to just kind of be with me during that time is really important for my mental health. Postpartum depression happens, like, or postpartum anxiety and all that stuff, and that's something I'll definitely will touch on either here or on Instagram, because I think it's very important for that to be known and to be talked about, because it happens so often. So I was so grateful to have many outlets and to be able to let myself feel the feelings, because it's so strange to me. I genuinely don't really cry too much, so being vulnerable all the time was so hard. It comes out of nowhere, and I couldn't help myself, and it was just like, what is happening to my body? I can't control my emotions. So that was very interesting to find out. Definitely a very vulnerable situation, but something that you do go through, and just to make sure that you have the right people around you to help you go through it. And even if you do have the right people, it doesn't mean that, it will go great. So talk to someone, your midwives, your doctor, therapist, whoever, because it is no joke. Hormones are on high. Those are some of the things that I kind of wish I knew, or some of the things I already knew, but with some additions of things I wish I knew when I was going into birth and the labor process and right after. If you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know what you want to hear specifically so I answer every question. I do have an Instagram page in the section down below where I ask what kind of videos people want to see, because I want to give you what you want to know. I don't want to miss out on anything because we are on this journey together. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.